A Twisted Time, Chapter 3, The Bet. Aruka dismissed the class of New Guinea for a 1 hour lunch break before the teams would be introduced to their leaders. Sakura figured that would give her enough time to slip into the village and get a sense of how many weapons and supplies she could currently afford. She may even have enough time to drop by the hospital and ask if they had any part-time openings. Oh, Sakura! King Naruto's sing-song voice was somewhere behind her. Sakura froze in her tracks and took a deep breath and turned to face him. Naruto, who had been jogging after Sakura, skated to a halt while he raced her. Well, since we're on the same team and all, thought maybe we could have lunch together and get to know each other better. What do you say? Vessel smiled danced on his lips. Sakura felt her own smile pout. She had no doubt that her former self would have rejected Naruto without a second thought. But now things were different. Over the years, she'd grown to understand why this guy behaved the way he did. Yes, he was annoying and attention-seeking, only because he was lonely and had been shunned by the village throughout his informative childhood years. He just wanted someone to notice him. On a side note, you guys know that I love the friendship between Ivanova and Sheridan so much that one of my favorite scenes on Babylon 5 is when Sheridan talks to an almost nude Ivanova and doesn't even notice. That's the way I feel like Naruto is at this point in his life in the future when it comes to him and Sakura. And right now, the someone he wanted attention was for Sakura. His eyes were twinkling as he stared at her anticipation. Sakura chuckled and shook her head. I was going to the village to run some errands, she said. Naruto's face fell. But you're welcome to tag along if you like. He perked up instantly. Naruto jumped up and down with excitement. Yes! Yes! He exclaimed. I mean, that sounds way less lame than hanging around the academy for lunch, huh? He added with that he probably thought was cool, a different eye roll. With that look was spoiled by smiling and visiting. Sakura laughed and beckoned to him to follow her. Not long after, once they neared the edge of the academy grounds, Naruto said, You know, Sakura-chan, I thought you wanted to hang out with that jerk who we're supposed to be teammates with now. You don't always follow him around, even though he hates everyone. Sakura shrugged. I have errands to do, she said absently. But then she let Naruto's remarks sink in and change her heart. A quick detour was in order. Maybe we can all start things off on a better note this time. She stopped walking. Actually, on second thought, Naruto, I think we should find him, she said. Naruto glanced. Who? Sasuke? Why? Because believe it or not, Naruto, in the future, you'll see him as your best friend. Sakura folded her arms. Well, for the same reason we're spending our lunch break together. If we're stuck on the same team from here on out, we can at least try to be friends. That sounds like the worst idea ever, Naruto grumbled. He'll never want to be friends with us. He didn't got a mischievous glint in his eye. But you know, Naruto added softly, wouldn't mind putting that jerk in his place before he starts thinking he can walk all over me. That's not. It's settled then. Let's fight that jerk! Naruto bellowed, stomping back towards the academy. Sakura covered her face and exhaled deeply. Helping me out helped their attempt to curb the ferocity of Naruto's Sasuke's rivalry before it began, when it completely backfired. They found Sasuke hiding among the crates in the empty storage area, leaning against the windowsill. He was gazing at the academy grounds, with a faraway expression on his face. That one look told Sakura he didn't want to be disturbed. It was too late now. There the bastard is! Naruto muttered before yelling out, Sasuke! It's team bonding time! Sasuke glanced out, his expression coldly calculating. What? He muttered, raising his eyebrows and eyeing them suspiciously. Sakura's stomach flipped for reasons she couldn't explain. She cleared her throat. I thought we should all get to know each other better since we'll be on a team from here on out. She clarified while Naruto nodded at her side. No, he answered, a very gaze submissively. Thanks, but I'd rather not. He seemed uneasy, Sakura noticed, with the rigid way he held himself. You see, Sasuke was just as lonely and isolated as Naruto was. Instead, he coped by embracing his loneliness and avoided people. It was a stark contrast to Naruto's coping methods indeed. What? Naruto bellowed, raising a fist in Sasuke's direction. Look, Sakura-chan and I came all the way here to have lunch with you, just for you to tell us to leave? Why is that? You better have a good excuse. It's fine, Naruto. Let's go. Sakura tried, but he didn't seem to hear her. I don't need to explain myself to you, Sasuke said calmly, keeping his eyes locked on the open window. Fight then! How about our fists do the talking instead? Oh no, poor Naruto. Though, to be fair, Naruto did manage to tie up Sasuke in that episode. Naruto assumed a battle stance as Sakura rubbed her temples. This boy was just looking for any excuse to fight. There's nothing she could say to stop him now. Bring it on, bastard! Then Naruto enlisted his opponent, forcing Sasuke to leap through the window to dodge. But Naruto was in pursuit, and before Sakura knew it, the two of them were through the window and out of sight. Well, I tried. She could only hope that these scraps would serve as good character builders, because she highly doubted there'd be anything she could do to stop him. So, what now? Sakura glanced at her pocket watch and noticed she still had 45 minutes before her lunch break. Just enough time to run her errands as she originally planned. But to Sakura's dismay, just about every weapon and medical product that caught her eye was placed right over her budget. So were the devices needed to protect the time travel scroll. She spotted a small safe that claimed to be jutsu resistant in a ninja equipment shop. It made an ideal hiding place for the scroll, but it would cost her every penny she had and more. Sakura stormed out, ignoring the stares that the much older, tougher-looking ninjas in the shop. They made her way to the hospital. She still had 20 minutes left, and she desperately needed an income of some sort, since her team wouldn't encounter missions with any worthwhile profit for some time. But Sakura's luck didn't improve. Her substance wouldn't even let her speak to any human resources personnel, claiming she was not of age to work in such a serious grown-up environment. Sakura attempted to show her advanced knowledge and skills to her receptionist right there on the spot. She resisted the urge, but it would certainly raise questions that no one believed answers to. Receptionists did, however, take Sakura's name and number and promised to distribute them among the doctors who may be interested in volunteer assistance. Sakura's spirits had fallen considerably as she trudged back towards the academy with 1 minute to spare. Doesn't matter if I'm late anyways. Probably get there ages before Kakashi-sensei. Sakura arrived at the classroom, seeing the other members of Team 7 had been assigned to assemble in. She pulled open the sliding door, took a step inside. Their instincts were on full alert. Something was plummeting towards her head. It didn't take long for her mind to put 2 and 2 together. Naruto's eraser plank. Sakura wiped at the falling object with more force than he initially intended. With a crack, sliced the chalkboard eraser clean down the middle, ruining Naruto's prank on their new sensei. Whoa! Naruto said in disbelief. Those are some pretty intense reflexes, Sakura-chan! He was standing only a few feet away. Sasuke was watching the scene play out with his elbows propped on the desk and chin resting in his hands. He was completely unfazed. As expected, Kakashi was nowhere in sight. Sorry, Naruto, Sakura mumbled while taking a seat. Feeling a little off, I guess. Naruto didn't seem to hear her. He was grabbing a fresh eraser for the edge of the chalkboard. I didn't mean to start a fight or anything, Sakura-chan, but you ruined my prank for the new sensei, so I'm upset with you. He said matter-of-factly, while positioning the new eraser on the top ledge of the hope that it would successfully land on the next target's head. Naruto, our sensei is a Jonin. Drawled Sasuke, was making no attempt to conceal his annoyance. If she didn't fall for it, what makes you think he will? Really? Sakura's suspensive spirit roused. Wanna bet? Sakura teased him with a smirk. She had quite an unfair advantage, since she already knew Kakashi would fall for his prank. But her desire to prove Sasuke wrong outweighed her guilt over cheating. He turned to look at her, eyebrows raised. Are you serious? He asked in a disbelieving tone. Yes. Sasuke paused. What does the winner get? Sakura rolled her eyes. Typical. How about the loser owns them one? She said. The winner decides what? He shrugged. Whatever. Taking Sasuke's flippant remark as affirmation, Sakura turned away to hide her budding grin. But be satisfied to beat him. Meanwhile, Naruto's chuckling from the doorway. Oh, he's coming! He's coming! They all stared at the door in anticipation. As soon as a hand grabbed the edge to pull it open, he watched the eraser descend towards Kakashi's head as if in slow motion. Here it comes! Sleep Victorious! Shh! Crack! Huh? Kakashi said while glancing up at the ceiling. What? Naruto and Sakura yelled in unison. In surprise, the remnants of the eraser were splayed across the classroom door, and a kunai was embedded in the wall just above where Kakashi was standing. Sakura pieced it all together and ran it on the smirking Uchiha beside her. You cheater! She hissed. You never specified any rules against cheating. He answered. Sakura rubbed her temples. Karma's a bitch! Sasuke, you the man. Naruto's screaming. Why is everyone trying to ruin my brilliant plan? He cried while dropping to his knees and staring up the ceiling for dramatic effect. Kakashi was dumbfounded. My first impression of you guys is, you're a bunch of idiots, he said. Sakura shook her head. I guess some things will never change. Kakashi ushered the new team to the roof of the academy for some fresh air. You don't learn the importance of things in classrooms. He instructed as the three students took their seats, and the concrete steps took his own perch from the metal rail to the edge of the roof. All right, Team 7, he said. Now, I'd like each of you to say a few words about yourself. Like, what kind of words? Naruto asked. How about things you like, things you dislike, your hobbies, dreams for the future, words like that. Wait, I don't get it. You go first, Sensei. Sakura could hardly suppress her snicker. Naruto's older self wasn't the sharpest tool in the set either, but apparently he had come a long way. You know, guys, I don't think Naruto's maturity and growth through the series gets enough love. I mean, now that the show is completed, with the exception of Boruto, if you watch it from the beginning or watch some of the first few episodes again, guarantee you, the Naruto of the first series is completely different than the Naruto of the second half. And even his adult self is a lot older. Naruto has some genuine growth. I mean, granted, sometimes he still acts a little overconfident, but he still changes throughout the series. And I love him for that. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. Fine then, he said. My name is Kakashi Hatake. For things I dislike and like, I haven't really thought about it. My dream for the future? I can't tell you that. And my hobbies? I have lots of them. The fact that you're able to do those inflections so well is scary. What can I say? Kakashi's my favorite sensei. Classic. When Donna heard she had to give a spiel about herself, her heart began to drum. I can't tell them that the complete truth if we're stopping any hints from the future. No way! Alright. You are no right. You're first. But I don't want to sign myself for living a lie for the rest of my life. A fake persona was certainly cracked with time, especially given how perceptive her sensei was. Naruto sat up straight and feeling his head protector. Alright, so as you all know, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, especially the kind that Iruka Sensei buys for me at Itaraku. My hobby is training because I'm going to be the greatest Hokage any of you have ever seen. Minato, your son is quite a sight. And then people will stop disrespecting me and treat me like I'm somebody important. Have to be fake. Don't have any other choice. Kakashi was slowing solidly. Folded his arms across his Green Army Jonin vest. Alright then, he said. Who's next? Ah, how about Sakura Haruno, the girl who prefers wandering hallways to being in class? She mumbled. Still unsure exactly how she would go about this. Sakura opened her mouth and let the words stumble out. Yeah, I'm Sakura Haruno. My likes and dislikes? Well, I like sparring and I hate, feeling inadequate. My hobby is sharpening my medical teeth too, and I guess I have a dream or a goal is to keep the village safe. And to do that, I need to meet a person who has taken someone important from me. So I need to get stronger. She drew her breath, slammed her mouth shut, nodded curtly to indicate she was finished. That was fake enough, right? Several long seconds of silence followed. Sakura felt all of their eyes on her, began doubling her resolve. Does he say something wrong? Does he expose too much? You are so cool, Sakura-chan. Naruto breathed eyes wide. Medical ninjutsu? Kakashi questioned, eyebrows raised. Oh! No getting fresh out of the academy would have the chakra control to practice medical ninjutsu. I picked up some skills in my spare time, was her lame cover-up. Kakashi responded. He's clearly unconvinced, as Sakura had a feeling he was saving his other follow-up questions for later. Great. Alright, next. Sasuke nodded. Right. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I dislike a lot of things, and I don't particularly like anything. What I have is not a dream, because I'm going to make it a reality. I'm going to avenge my clan by killing the man responsible for its demise. Another silence ensued. As usual, Naruto was the one to break it. He appeared to be consumed by newfound near oral emotions. He groaned while standing up turning to face his teammates. I can't believe this! I got 2 Avengers on my team! Sakura's train came to a sudden halt. An Avenger? Huh? It doesn't make you cool, Sasuke! It was only cool when Sakura-chan said it! He added. The way Naruto's words was a lot to take in. Sakura always pictured Avengers as being cold, self-isolated, and obsessed for revenge. Likely because Sasuke had become something of an Avenger poster boy. But maybe there was more to it than that. Maybe it had more to do with this persistent relentlessness. This constant urge to set objectives and to do something before it was too late. Maybe it had more to do with how she knew she needed to stop Orochimaru from destroying the village, and her fear would never be strong enough to do so. Instinctively, Sakura's eyes sought out her adventure teammate, maybe because she was trying to get a proper sense of how it felt, of how he. She regretted the decision when she realized he was already staring at her. His expression was unreadable, however. His dark eyes held no traces of annoyance or condescending, as they often did in Sakura's former life. Not giving herself a moment to wallow in embarrassment, Sakura turned away. Kakashi went on with his opening speech about how 66% all Academy graduates would be dropped from the program. He finished by warning them not to eat breakfast the following morning. Why? Naruto hollered. If you eat breakfast, you'll puke. Kakashi replied bluntly. After some parting words, he formed a few hand seals and disappeared in a burst of leaves. Naruto stormed off, infuriated with what he had to be restrained from enjoying his favorite part of the day, besides lunch and dinner. Sakura resolved to squeeze in a few hours of training before she returned to Paris' house for dinner. She didn't have many weapons at her disposal, but what she really needed was to work on building her strength, testing the limits of her new, frail body. Sakura made a mental note to practice her chakra control and basic medical ninjutsu. After all, she was going to impress the hospital workers enough to land a part-time job. She needed to assert she had the skills to do so. Sakura. She was stopped in her tracks by a voice behind her. Sakura spun around to find Sasuke standing there, both arms crossed and eyebrows furrowed. She struggled to hide her surprise. Sakura had once been so fixated on Sasuke's every move, there was no way he could have snuck up on her like this. Sasuke, she responded in a familiar, flat tone. He looked uncomfortable. Keep the village safe from what? He asked after a short pause. It took Sakura a moment to understand what he was asking. Damn it! She needed to deflect the question. Isn't that a bit personal? I mean, I hardly know you. At least, that's what you're supposed to think. A muscle in his jaw twitched. Fine, Sasuke said, averting his gaze. So I'm guessing you won't tell me who you want to defeat either. Sakura resisted the urge to smirk. Now that a potential murder is involved, Sasuke's interested in me. Go figure. She was also herself. Sakura was definitely getting a kick out of having him dark as he had done on numerous occasions in her past life. This might not be the same Sasuke yet. There was still some bitterness within her. She had loved him and he had known it. It had only made his betrayal and their attempts to kill each other that much harder to bear. She turned away, unable to look at him any longer. I don't have a reason to tell you anything, she said. But since he tried to lighten the atmosphere by adding, unless this is what you want for winning the bet. A moment passed. Then Sasuke said, No, I'll save that for later. Sakura frowned. As he glanced over her shoulder again, he was gone. You know, if I may add a little something here at the end of this chapter, I know that there are some people who complain about, oh, why did Sasuke have to feel ostracized? He was loved and everybody followed him and had a whole bunch of groupies during the academy days. We saw that, and he was the best trainer at school. Couple of things, though. In those first few chapters that we see Sasuke, we only see the girls fangirling over him. We don't see most of the guys. Second, all anybody ever talks about is the Uchiha bloodline and how great it is. They never talk about Sasuke as a person. Even Lee only wants to face off against Sasuke because Sasuke's the best of Naruto's team. But we never see him much as a person. And what do we see from him in one of the manga chapters? Him living alone. This is kind of like in high school where, the grumpy, dark, emo guy could get a couple of girls, but in the end, he's still living alone. Or how some people can have popularity at school, but in real life they got nothing. So yeah, the girls that are only seeing him for probably his strength. And that's a little bit of what Sakura at first saw in nothing in him too. This is why I like her development for her relationship. It's slow building, but she too starts seeing Sasuke, the lone ninja, over Sasuke, the prodigy. Guess this anime does have something about looking deeper. Look beyond, look underneath the underneath. My only real complaint about this fanfic that I will have is that I won't be able to play as Minato. Because I really would love to do that. Maybe I should find a Minato Kushina fic.